Now let's look at one of the more useful features added to the recent service packs. It's the ability to force certain validation suites to run before the model's committed, and it prevents the commitment if certain thresholds are met. So I've created a set of signals here in a public package and a restricted package. So if we were using the hidden package features, let's say these are secret or proprietary, and basically any signal that specializes the hidden signal has to live in the restricted package. And so the wrong package signal here specializes the hidden signal, but it's living in the public package. So if we look at the validation rule we have here, this is again an if-then-else. And so I've written this in such a way that, I'm using the intersect function here. So basically, if you're a signal, and it's a double find, again, you can study this at length, but basically if you're in a package that has the restricted package stereotype applied, which the restricted package does, so again, I tried to make this smart and not point it to a specific package. So if that signal, if that's empty, then we go ahead and we can look at these other conditions. And again, we're looking at an intersection of your general classifiers and all the signals that live in restricted packages. And so basically the way the if-then logic is nested, that if you live in a restricted package, you pass, you're fine. And if you have a general classifier that is in a restricted package and you're not, it fails. And so basically the logic here is set up correctly. When I run this suite, it throws a fatal error and basically says that you cannot commit the model. So I'll show you how to set that up. So notice we have the signal check is set up here. We've stated, I didn't put an abbreviation or error message in, but the severity is fatal. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll set this up to run this before commit. So if I run this, if we go to Options Project and we go to Validation, the validation choices here, notice we have PreCommit Validation, so only do the things that have changed. Okay, that would make sense. Exclude the read-only projects, that makes sense. What validation suites do we want to run? We want to run the PreCommit Validation suite that we've defined for this project. And if it's a fatal, it'll prevent us from committing. And so we're going to say OK, and I'm going to try to commit the model, and we should get a fatal error, and it won't let us commit. I know why it didn't catch it. It's because these hadn't changed. So I'm glad that happened, so I can illustrate that. So I'm going to go ahead and uncheck that. I want to force it to always check all elements. Let's not trust that it's only the things that have changed. So we're going to undo that, though we will exclude the read-only projects. So let's go ahead and let's recommit this. Okay, it blew up and said, hey, we've got a problem. Let's see what's going on. And there it is. This is in the wrong package. Notice it's a fatal error, so it will not let me commit the model. And so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to drag this. I have to lock it first. And I'm going to drag it into the restricted package. And I'm going to rerun that. And okay, it's good. So I should be able to commit this. And go ahead and commit it. So that's a great example of, doing a little bit of testing to find out the settings. That's actually the first time I'd actually tried that, and so you get to see a little learning on the fly. But that is a really great way to prevent spills if you intelligently set up your validation suites and the modelers are appropriately using the ontology and such, where you've got things set up properly. This is a great way to help prevent serious issues from happening. So again, the PreCommit validation is a great way to prevent errors.